Hey there, future Pokemon game predictions we might even see in the upcoming presents, and all that in a short amount of time. Not short enough for a YouTube short, I think at least. I mean, I haven't recorded yet, so I don't know how long it's gonna take me to talk about this stuff, but it's gonna be a short amount of time, I promise, because otherwise I'm not gonna be able to edit this before the presents. Let's get to the point. So, I made a whole timeline of the past few Pokemon games to predict all this, but nobody got time to look at all that. Okay, I back down easily. We can look at it a little. Remember when we got Gen 1 and 2 games on the 3DS Virtual Console? Yeah, we could get that for Gens 1, 2, 3 on the Switch right now. But we might have to wait until after ZA anyways, to not overshadow it. I mean, if Emerald emulated on the Switch is overshadowing ZA, something's gone wrong, but my prediction is early 2026 anyways. We know we're getting the Colosseum games for the Switch 2's GameCube Nintendo Classics, so give us some more of that. That would give us Johto and Hoenn, plus the Sevi Islands, playable on the Switch systems. That would only leave Unova and Alola stuck on the DS and 3DS, unless you count the Indigo Disc as a Unova game. But it being referenced that much in Scarlet and Violet might have been a way to give Universe some love, but skip up to Kalos anyways. Now, what about Gen 10? I do not think we are getting anything Gen 10 related in the next presents, but let's go there anyways. With the 10th generation and the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, I think it's gonna be something special. Maybe ZA has taken this long so that people are able to play it on the Switch 2 immediately before being able to complain about the frame rate or looks in general, but I can't imagine ZA running as badly as Scarlet anyways, with a giant open world. But regardless, I think they've been working on Gen 10 for a long time by now anyways. And we're in for something special. A man can dream, okay? I'm not predicting BDSP 2, I want to predict something fun. So what if Gen 10 is a bit of a celebration of all of Pokemon? Maybe they give us one last new European region connecting all of Pokemon lore, while giving us something new too, and maybe little side stories in other regions, maybe catch some legendaries there. That'd be pretty cool. Pretty unrealistic, but it doesn't have to be this big. Maybe you don't visit old regions, but there's still a lot in the new region that connects back to them. They might keep Megas in there. Alright, even I don't know about that, but this would be a great chance to cap off Poke Europe and have Gen 11 be somewhere completely new. Anyways, after Gen 10 we'll probably get Champions if that isn't out yet, developed by Pokemon Works. After that, some 10 Gen... What? After that, some Gen 10 DLC, and after that, a Legends game set in Johto. Okay, hear me out, this is all but confirmed to me. The Legends Arceus and Legends ZA starters are taken from the same trios, and I don't think that's gonna change with the next game. And because they've already used up all of Johto's starters, our next trio is gonna be Snivy, Litten, and Popplio, right? No Johto starters because they didn't want any of them being pickable in a game set in Johto, because the others would have to be in the wild. That'd be kinda weird. Okay, but what would a Legends game in the very traditional Johto look like? Legends Arceus focused heavily on catching Pokemon. ZA seems to be about battling, and the next game would be about, maybe the name-giving legends, the lore. Yeah, all of the games are called Legends, and they are very much about them, but this could really focus on old stories and knowledge passed down through the Johto region and its people. That's my guess. The game might actually be called Legends Johto, if it really focuses on the region itself, and it could come out in late 2029. Damn, that's not close at all. There's a good possibility that after the third Legends game, we're gonna immediately get Gen 11. GameFreak seemingly doesn't like to visit 3 entire different regions in one generation, but we could also finally get an actual Unova game. A very overdue Unova game. This would come out around late 2030. Anyways, they could take this in a few different directions. Either just a remake of Black and White 1, maybe combined with the sequels in a sort of collection game, and maybe with some creative liberties like with ORAS. Or Black and White 3. Or just a wholly new game that's also set in Unova, with a whole new story. No Getses, no Team Plasma at all. Maybe they focus on the dream world or the two parallel realities they introduced. They always found all of that very fascinating. Maybe you can go in these parallel dimensions and catch Pokemon. Maybe you can even catch the original dragon there, which would be impossible in the real world. Maybe. And after that, I got nothing. We'll probably get Gen 11 in 2031, DLC for that in 2032, and maybe a load of games in 2033. That's the logical next step, no? Maybe they just skip out on Gen 5 entirely and Blueberry Academy is all we're getting. Maybe they split Black and White and Black and White 2 remakes into two games. I sure hope they don't. Maybe we get some faithful Ilka remakes along the way too. We got Yellow remakes in 2018, so we might get Crystal remakes along with Legends Johto, or Emerald and Platinum remakes eventually. I actually did write some stuff down about Crystal remakes. They could split them into two versions again, maybe something like Thunderous Crystal for Suicune and Raikou, and Volcanic Crystal for Suicune and Entei. Or maybe just something like Mystical Crystal as one game. A lot of maybes in this video, and not a lot of swiftness on my part. Well, even if I don't get this video up in time for Presents, 90% of what I talked about isn't gonna be in the Presents anyways. My Presents predictions are just ZA, maybe finally new Megas. The Pokemon Company's really blueballing me at this point. Just tell me there's new Megas in the game. It's alright, even if there are no new Megas, I'll just be a little sad. If you want me to expand on any of these game ideas, then tell me. But I'm definitely gonna do more of the Gen 10 idea. That's pretty much just my Pepper and Mint project I've already been showing off a little on this channel. So, bye! So the present is in literally 1 minute. So, I guess I did it. I didn't get the video out in time, but it's done. I'm probably gonna upload it like literally in the middle of the presents, but hey, it's fine.